After 6 years of working remotely, I finally have a system that works for me. And I've tried everything through 3 startups, freelance marketing, content creation, even recording a full studio album in my apartment. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything I do and everything you can do to be productive and not burn out. And I'm going to start off with the most fun thing and the thing that everybody wants to know about, which is what is my setup? How do I work at my desk? And this setup I have right now at my desk is actually terrible for focus work. And that's because there's a big window here, which is super distracting. So, believe it or not, this is not where I do my most focused work. This is where I record videos, I edit videos, I take meetings, or I do just general admin work. And this is probably the desk that all of you guys have. Naturally, you're going to set it up somewhere that's nice, that feels good, which is always near a window. But the problem is, feeling good isn't necessarily tied to being productive. Removing things that will distract you is what will make you productive. Let me show you the desk I use to be focused. So, I'm going to take you to the desk that I use to stay productive. And it's actually in my dark bedroom. I'm going to show you here. You can see I have the one window blacked out. I need to improve how I blocked it out. You can still see some light flooding through. But this is my desk. So this is the desk that I use to stay productive. It's a $30 desk from Amazon. Very simple. You can see this is a dining chair. There's no arms. The chair isn't for being relaxed. It's for sitting upright and doing the actual work. And I have some pens and index cards and post-its and a timer. And that's pretty much it for this desk. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh my God, I can't work there. That's like so constricting. I feel that too. I don't like being in here when it's super sunny outside, but that's the point. I don't want to be sitting at my desk for 8 hours. I want to sit here, a 45-minute work block, and then get out of this room and take a break and then come back into the room, do a 30, 45-minute work block, and then get out. I think a problem is we're too relaxed at our desks. Like we treat it like a place where we want to hang out, and that results in a lack of productivity. This desk here, I would never just sit out and hang out at this desk, which means I'm way more productive because I sit here and I know I'm here to work. I'm not here to chill, hang out. I'm not here to eat or watch Netflix. Literally, it's just for working. So I recommend all of you have a desk that's specific for focus. And it probably won't be a good desk for taking meetings because I'm like, I have a light on here, but normally this light's off and all I have on is this lamp. So I don't want to ruin the vibe by taking meetings here. This is specifically for doing my most important tasks, which we're going to get to now. I forgot to mention also when I'm at that desk, I use a Spotify playlist, a focus playlist. You can search ADHD or focus playlist on Spotify, and there's tons of great ones. I put in my headphones and that helps me focus. Don't decorate the desk. Don't get all fancy with it. You can use your bigger desk, the one I have here, for that. So once you have an environment that makes it easy to focus, the next question is, what do you focus on? The definition of productivity is moving closer to your goal. So you have to have a goal and you have to have a clear way to measure it. If your goal is to make $1,000 via content creation, the way you measure that is how many times you post per week. That's all that matters. A big problem I see with productivity is people think waking up early, meditating 10 minutes, reading 20 pages, walking for 30 minutes is a productivity routine. And you can do that perfectly for the next 10 years and still get nowhere doing the actual tasks that lead you to your goal. So there's no way to be productive without a clear goal that you're trying to achieve. And I recently stumbled upon the 12-week year. I really like the author's approach. Instead of thinking of a yearly plan, he thinks of it as 12 weeks, 3 months, which is much better because you work in a sprint and then you take a break, and then a sprint, and then you take a break. A year is actually too long because so much changes in a year. You can have a general goal for a year, like be a content creator, but you need a 3-week sprint of what exactly you're going to do. So I'll link to that to help you set those specific goals because, again, that allows you to focus. The name of the game of productivity is focusing on the goal. Once you choose your goal, you need to have a way to track it. I use Notion and I'm always improving how I track goals in Notion. Recently, I downloaded a template that uses the Agile framework in project management, but it doesn't matter. You can use Monday, Notion, ClickUp. You basically have your main goal and then the 3 things that will lead you to that goal. If your goal is to get a job in a 3-month period, those 3 things that will get you to that goal might be updating your resume in LinkedIn, networking, and applying to jobs. And then you would measure those 3 things like, did I apply to 2 jobs today? Did I send at least 1 LinkedIn request to someone today? And this keeps you on track and productive. I'll link to the Notion template that I use below. But honestly, if you're anything like me, you're at risk of getting uh, into perfecting this Notion template and not actually being productive. So even for myself, I just downloaded this from that 12-week plan, and it just puts your goal at the top, your 3 tactics for achieving that goal, and then a way to measure it. And I like also using physical ways to track because it's always there in front of me. And it just makes it way easier for me to be less distracted. Versus with the Notion template, I can just keep adding to it, and I keep adding goals, and I get this scope creep where the goal I keep adding goals, adding different things that I want to do. And for the day, I use index cards. So each day, what I'm going to do that day, I have an index card for that day. So this is another part of my productivity system is every night I sit down at my desk, my focus desk. I take out a blank index card and then I write what I'm going to do on it. So I'll put a screenshot of what this index card looks like. And on the left side, I have what I do for basically my health and wellness. This is stretching, working out, reviewing my vision, doing a walk. And then on the right side are the actual tasks that I do for that day. The first three, I try and make those the most important three, and then any random things, oh, go return something from Amazon, um, go grocery shopping or whatever, I put that at the bottom. Another thing for when you work from home is you can't be at home for 7 hours of the day. You need to go for a walk, get outside. I try and take a walk um, in the morning. So I wake up at 6 a.m. and then around 8 a.m., once the sun is up, I'll take a walk. In the summer, when it's super warm outside, I might take that walk right at 6:30 a.m. You have to do that because as someone who works from home, you can't just be in this box the entire time. You have to go outside and like refresh your thoughts. There's a book about this called Rest, where he talks about like you have to take breaks in order to be productive. And I'm a huge believer, and you have to go outside. Like we were mammals who evolved outside. So it's a big part of it. And the last piece is once a week, you need to just review everything, clean up your desk, review your digital workspace, clean that up. I'll link to a video from Tiago Forte. He has a whole system for this. And his approach is one that I still use today. I clean up my email, I clean up my downloads folder, desktop. I review my goals, how they went this week. Am I on track? What do I plan on doing next week? You need to always do that every week. And if you have any tips, any approaches that help you, comment below, let me know. Thank you so much for watching.